I guess the other development for Sky Media this year has been the rapidly developing relationship with Comcast and NBC Universal. Tell us a bit about how that relationship is unfolding. What does it mean practically for Sky Media in the UK?
So we had a get together when the Comcast acquisition happened a couple of years ago. It was a couple of Januaries ago. We sat down in a room with our counterparts from NBCU and talked through what our ambitions were in the advertising marketplace going forward. And the really pleasing thing was that we were aligned on those ambitions, and the two major planks of that were addressability and what we're doing in the AdSmart space. Our colleagues in the US wanted to replicate, and likewise CFlight in the US, which was NBCU's play in trying to measure and aggregate the measurement of linear and VOD audiences, was something that we wanted to try and do in the UK. So we set ourselves a target and a charter almost to try and get those two things aligned in terms of ambition and then actually delivered in market. And it's really pleasing to say that we've been successful in making both those things happen. I'll talk about CFlight first. So in the UK, we now can demonstrate to advertisers and agencies deduplicated reach and frequency across all Barb target audiences, across both the linear transmissions and the video on demand transmissions. So we've basically made it a lot easier for agencies and advertisers to assess the reach capability of linear and VOD in the UK. And we've been so successful in doing it, and it's really pleasing to say that both ITV and Channel 4, our competition, are heavily involved in CFlight as well. So as of June of next year, across the UK, you will be able to see deduplicated reach and frequency across linear and VOD for ITV channels, for Sky channels, and for Channel 4 channels. And I think that's testament to the fact that TV as an industry in the UK is determined to make sure that advertisers can see what value they're getting for their advertising pound spent. We've obviously leaned into NBCU as we've been going through this process, because CFlight was born out of the USA, and again, pleasingly, we're now talking to our German and Italian counterparts and trying to land CFlight into both the Italian and German marketplaces, and having positive competitions, not only with Sky Media in Germany and Sky Media in Italy, but also with some of the bigger players in both Germany and Italy in terms of trying to deliver on CFlight in that space. From an AdSmart perspective, from an addressable perspective, we go from strength to strength in the UK. We should have Channel 4 up and running on the AdSmart platform at some point next year, and we're still in ongoing conversation with ITV. The idea behind that is the broader reach that we have for addressability in the UK, the more attractive AdSmart becomes to more advertisers. And likewise, in the US, they're making great strides in terms of delivering addressability in that space. The one other thing that is happening between us and our colleagues in NBCU, and the thing that is helping us drive global relationships with advertisers, is with the shared ambition in both in terms of addressable and in terms of measurement. We also have a load of content that is common across the territories, across both the US, the UK, Germany, and Italy. And we're active in the market at the moment at an advertiser level, trying to get advertisers to do business with us and to do partnerships with us across the territories using a common property, be that the Premier League or potentially Formula One. So we like to think that we're delivering for advertisers a sort of unique club type environment where they can do pretty similar things across all the territories in which both NBCU and Sky now operate.
And John, I know you believe that international dimension to TV is an increasingly important one in the current market. Do you see demand for advertisers really wanting to buy TV on a multi-regional or pan-regional basis? Why is that international angle becoming more important?
I think a lot of what goes on will still be done at the local level. I think, you know, very much so, certainly because a lot of the content that is driven on the TV screens is done at a local level. But there are global players out there that are interested in having a dialogue about a standard message that they have across the territories. And we're engaging with those people. Now, they take a long time in happening, right? These are not things that happen overnight. These are not things that we talk about one day and happen the next. But there's a surprising variety of brands that are having conversations either directly with us or with their agencies that are trying to procure something across the various territories. And this isn't just about spot and space. This is about a deeper relationship with Sky and with NBCU stroke Comcast across those territories. And I think that's the difference. When you've got something that deepens the relationship, and that can be done across territories, I think that becomes more appealing to advertisers. And that's certainly the thing that we're looking to do. Obviously, we have to, you know, we're beholden to the briefing process from the advertiser, and we've got to make sure that what they want and what we have to offer fits. But it's something that I think there's an increasing appetite for across the territory. So yes, you know, we've got some bold ambitions in that space, and we're making fast progress to delivering on those ambitions.
Well, that's hugely positive, John. Great to hear Sky Media coming out of 2020 in rude health, and it sounds like 2021 will be an exciting year for business. Thank you for your time.
Okay, thanks, John.